Welcome back to the channel, where today we are diving deep into the latest moves reshaping military aviation. Right now, Russia's next-generation combat trainer project is picking up serious momentum as testing accelerates on the ground and in the skies. In this breakdown, we are covering everything from its high-tech AESA radar upgrades and new precision targeting capabilities to how this aircraft is being re-engineered to hunt modern drones and uncrewed surface vessels. There is a lot of tactical detail to uncover here, so make sure to stick around right until the very end so you do not miss a single piece of this evolution. The successful first flight of the second prototype Yak-130M at the Irkutsk Aviation Plant, which is operated by Yakovlev, marks another important step in Russia's progress toward the deployment of its next-generation combat trainer. The achievement of this milestone marks the continuation of the aircraft's flight test campaign and takes the upgraded trainer closer to the planned serial production for the Russian aerospace forces. Yakovlev reported that the aircraft successfully completed its maiden flight, with all onboard systems functioning as expected throughout the mission. The aircraft's readiness for the later phases of testing was verified by the successful completion of the planned flight program. The aircraft was flown by an experienced test crew consisting of honored test pilot Andrei Voropayev and test pilot Alexander Gushkov. During an inspection of the project, Gushkov had informed Russian President Vladimir Putin of the Yak-130M flight test program's status and detailed the aircraft's new capabilities just 1 week prior. To understand why this flight matters, we have to look at how this platform evolved from a proven training baseline. The original Yak-130 has been Russia's advanced jet trainer for an extended period of time. It was developed to equip pilots with the skills necessary to operate fourth and fifth generation combat aircraft while also offering limited light attack capabilities. Yakovlev had to improve the Yak-130 to meet rising international demand for affordable combat aircraft and address evolving battlefield needs, opting to enhance rather than redesign the aircraft entirely. Engineers elected to preserve the original Yak-130's successful aerodynamic design, airframe, and twin-engine power plant, rather than developing a new platform entirely. Instead, the modernization emphasizes the major development of the aircraft's sensors, avionics, communications, defensive systems, and weapons integration. This method substantially enhances the aircraft's operational capabilities while simultaneously mitigating development risks. Now, the real game changer here comes down to a major hardware upgrade, specifically a brand new Active Electronically Scanned Array radar that brings true fighter-like capabilities to the cockpit. The BRLS-130R AESA radar, which was developed by Radar MMS, is one of the most critical upgrades on this jet. The baseline Yak-130 basically had no radar built into it at all, meaning instructors had to rely on fake, simulated modes to teach radar ops, which was a bit of a workaround. By enabling trainee pilots to use actual onboard sensors for realistic target detection, tracking, and weapon employment, the integration of a genuine AESA radar revolutionizes pilot instruction. The radar also significantly enhances the aircraft's efficacy as a light combat platform, allowing it to detect and engage both aerial and surface targets with greater precision. Working alongside that main radar system is a brand new, highly advanced electro-optical targeting suite. The SOLT 130K electro-optical targeting system is a complementary component to the new radar. This sensor is capable of locating, identifying, and tracking targets during both day and night operations by integrating thermal imaging, laser designation, and television imaging into a single package. The system facilitates precise targeting in difficult environments and offers pilots valuable hands-on experience as they learn to operate contemporary guided weapons. The AESA radar and electro-optical suite, when combined, significantly improve the aircraft's situational awareness in comparison to the baseline Yak-130. If you are enjoying this deep dive, make sure to stay tuned right here on Altitude Addicts, because coming up in just a moment, we are examining the exact electronic warfare suites, network-centric comms, and new heavy weapons payloads being integrated into this airframe. Stick around, because the tactical capabilities get even more interesting from here. Beyond raw targeting, the Yak-130M also features an updated avionics architecture and the new KSS-130 communications suite. By exchanging tactical information with other aircraft and external command and control assets, these enhancements enable pilots to train in contemporary, network-centric operations. In modern air combat, data sharing is a critical factor in the success of missions. Consequently, these capabilities have become more significant. Integration of the President S-130 Defensive Aid Suite is another significant improvement. The system offers electronic countermeasure and threat warning capabilities, enabling trainee pilots to simulate the response to hostile air defense systems and missile threats in a realistic environment. The integration of defensive systems into pilot training improves the readiness of personnel to navigate the increasingly intricate electronic warfare environment that is encountered during combat operations. Alongside these defensive upgrades, the Yak-130M receives a substantial boost in offensive firepower. The aircraft that has been upgraded is now capable of employing a significantly wider variety of guided air-to-air and air-to-surface munitions than its predecessor. This expands the aircraft's utility as a lightweight combat platform and facilitates training in precision strike missions. The aircraft has been equipped with a new 4-barrel cannon and multi-lock bomb racks that can accommodate up to 4 100-kilogram explosives on each station, according to Yak-130 Deputy Chief Designer Dmitry Popov. The aircraft's payload flexibility is significantly enhanced by these modifications. The Yak-130M is capable of detecting, tracking, and engaging minor targets in a variety of environments, including air, land, and maritime, when used in conjunction with its new radar and electro-optical targeting systems. We are moving into the final stretch, but do not go anywhere just yet. Here on Altitude Addicts, we are about to look at the specific low-cost drone hunting role Russian officials have carved out for this airframe, along with the full flight test schedule leading up to serial production. Let us look at how this all ties together on the modern battlefield. Russian officials have also emphasized the aircraft's potential to address emerging threats, including uncrewed surface vessels and large unmanned aerial vehicles, or UAVs. President Vladimir Putin specifically identified the Yak-130M's potential application against unmanned naval craft and strike drones during his inspection of the aircraft on July 24, 2026. Looking ahead, the flight testing continues to push forward toward a target date of 2028. The Yak-130M program now has 2 experimental aircraft participating in the ongoing flight test campaign, following the successful first flight of the second prototype. Certification, system validation, and weapons integration will be facilitated by the data obtained from these aircraft prior to their entry into serial production. The Russian Aerospace Forces are scheduled to receive production Yak-130M aircraft in 2028, according to current plans. If the testing program proceeds as intended, the enhanced trainer will become one of the most capable advanced jet trainers in its class, integrating comprehensive pilot instruction with credible light combat capabilities in a single platform. Stay tuned to Altitude Addicts for further updates as this flight test campaign progresses. We thank the people who have liked and shared the videos and subscribed to the channel. We also thank the people who have hyped the videos.